So as you see, a lot happening today, and the story changes and develops quickly. Just a short time ago, we heard from the suspect's uncle. Fox 29 News' Heather Auger is live in the Fox studio. Heather, the uncle speaking out very passionately.
Yeah, that's right, Heather. We've been very busy here in the newsroom trying to follow this story. Now, people who know the suspects, they're starting to speak out. And one of those speaking out was the uncle of the suspect. Here's what he had to say.
And on AOL, I saw a picture of Dzhokhar.
What do you say to Dzhokhar right now? He is still
I say, Dzhokhar, if you're alive, turn yourself in and ask for forgiveness from the victims, from the injured, and from those who left. Ask forgiveness from these people. We're not requiring forgiveness in this family. He put a shame on the our family, Tsarnaev's family. He put a shame on the entire Chechen ethnicity. Because everyone now they play with word Chechen. So they put that shame on the entire ethnicity. So that's what I would say. Turn yourself in, and whatever one, put yourself at the discretion of those who are here. So that's what I would say.
And now, Heather, we know that video was a little rough. It was a live feed of the uncle speaking this morning, probably about an hour ago at a press conference outside of his home. Now, people are taking to social media to discuss the bombings, so we also took to Facebook and asked, after the events of this week, the bombings in Boston, as well as the poisonous letters in Washington, D.C., do you feel safe? Here's what people are saying. Tim posts, compared to other events in the other parts of the world, yes, I do. And John comments, it's our duty to not be scared, to not turn on each other, to not alter our daily lives in the face of terror. If we give in to that fear, they win. This is the United States of America. We're tougher than that. And lastly, Naomi shares, I trust in Jesus. It's my fellow man I sometimes question.
Heather, thank you. It's amazing the role that social media is playing in this case. Now, there's one photo in particular that is really resonating with the nation. What are you hearing about that photo and the other information coming to light through social media?
Yes, now that we know who the police are looking for, there is one photo that has swept the internet as people finally get to see the suspect who blended into the marathon that day. Now, here is the photo of the first bombing site before the finish line. Circled in blue, you can see the 8-year-old boy, Martin Richard, who was one of the 3 fatality victims of the bombings. Now, behind him in red, you will see a familiar white hat that belongs to the suspect in those pictures the FBI released yesterday. This appears to be the second suspect, and there, circled at his feet, circled in red, seems to be a bag, which we can only speculate contains the homemade bomb. Now, what upsets people the most, though, is the smile on the suspect's face right before he commits that heinous crime. Now, while footage and photos from the marathon were essential in narrowing in on the 2 suspects, social media has also been a main route for law enforcement as they piece together any motive and history of the brothers. On VK.com, the Russian equivalent of Facebook, the profile page of 19-year-old suspect still on the loose can be viewed. On it is a YouTube video he supposedly posted, and in the subject section of the video, he has posted, Islam is not a religion of terror. Judge Muslims on Islam and not vice versa. Now, this goes along with what police are inferring, that the attacks were not done as an act of Islam terrorism, but by 2 single people. This could change. Now, the profile was also updated this morning at 5:04 a.m. today. Now, this just shows that the suspect is doing what everyone else seems to be doing, keeping up with police and news through social media. Heather?